In the ancient world, when Rome wanted someone gone, they stayed gone. They used elite guards, a massive stone, and a death sentence to seal a tomb forever. The religious leaders were celebrating. Rome thought they won. The story of the man from Nazareth was supposed to end right here. But what happened next over the next 48 hours didn't just shock the Roman Empire. It completely altered human history. This is the story of the resurrection. The silent tomb. Imagine being one of the disciples on Saturday night. Total silence. The man you thought was the Messiah, dead and buried. The religious leaders are celebrating. They think they won. They convinced Rome to seal the tomb with a massive stone. Outside the tomb, elite Roman soldiers stand guard, swords drawn, armor gleaming, making sure nobody steals the body. Inside the dark, cold cave, nothing moves. Just a linen shroud wrapped around a cold corpse. Day 1 passes. Day 2 passes. The enemies of Jesus feel completely safe. The story is over. Or so they think. The dawn earthquake. Sunday morning. Just before dawn. The sky is a dark purple. The birds haven't even started singing yet. Suddenly, the ground beneath Jerusalem starts to violently shake. An earthquake rips through the bedrock. A blinding flash of light cuts through the darkness. An angel of the Lord descends from heaven like a lightning bolt. The angel walks right up to the massive boulder sealing the tomb, rolls it away like a pebble, and casually sits on top of it. The battle-hardened Roman guards take one look at this glowing being and literally freeze. They shake with fear and faint, falling over like dead men. The women and the angels. Meanwhile, walking down the dirt path, a few women are carrying jars of heavy, aromatic burial spices. Mary Magdalene is leading the group. Her eyes are red from crying for 3 straight days. They stop in their tracks. They look up and notice something impossible. The massive stone is already rolled away. Mary doesn't even look inside. She panics, drops her jars, and sprints backward down the path to find the disciples. The other women slowly step closer to the dark entrance of the tomb. Their hearts are pounding. They step inside the cave. The body of Jesus is gone. Instead, 2 men in brilliant, shining white robes appear. The women fall to their knees, hiding their faces in sheer terror. The cave is radiating with light. One of the angels speaks. "Why do you look for the living among the dead? He is not here. He has risen." The angel points to the empty stone slab. "Remember what he told you back in Galilee? That he must be crucified and rise on the 3rd day." The women's fear suddenly turns into overwhelming joy. They turn around and run as fast as they can to tell the others. The race to the tomb. Cut to a small dark upper room in Jerusalem. The remaining 11 disciples are hiding behind locked doors, terrified for their lives. Mary Magdalene bursts through the door, out of breath. "They have taken the Lord out of the tomb, and we don't know where he is." Peter and John look at each other. Without saying a word, they push past Mary and sprint out into the city streets. John is younger and faster. He sprints ahead, leaving Peter in the dust as they race toward the garden. John arrives first. He stops at the entrance, pants for breath, and ducks his head inside to look. He sees the linen cloths sitting there empty. Peter arrives a second later, completely out of breath. Classic Peter. He doesn't hesitate. He barges right past John into the tomb. Peter looks closely. The burial cloths are lying there, but the face cloth that wrapped Jesus' head is neatly folded up, sitting by itself. A grave robber would have torn those clothes off in a panic. This was orderly, calm, intentional. John steps inside, sees it, and finally believes. Mary in the garden. The 2 disciples head back to the hidden room, completely stunned. But Mary Magdalene returns to the tomb, standing outside alone, weeping. She bends over to look inside the tomb one last time. The 2 angels are sitting where Jesus' body used to be, one at the head, one at the feet. "Woman, why are you crying?" they ask. Mary wipes her tears. Because they've taken my Lord away. She turns around and sees a man standing in the garden framework. But through her blurred, teary vision, she thinks he's just the gardener. The man speaks. "Woman, why are you crying?" "Who is it you are looking for?" Mary pleads. "Sir, if you carried him away, just tell me where you put him and I will go get him." The man looks directly at her and says one word, "Mary." Instantly, she recognizes the voice. The fog clears. She gasps, "Rabboni," which means teacher, and falls to her feet to hold him. Jesus smiles. "Do not hold on to me, for I have not yet ascended to the Father. Go instead to my brothers and tell them." Mary runs back to the disciples, her face radiant. She shouts to the room, "I have seen the Lord." The hiding spot. That very evening, behind the locked doors of the disciples' hiding spot, a figure suddenly appears in the center of the room. It's Jesus. He looks at his terrified, shocked friends, raises his pierced hands and says, "Peace be with you." The sacrifice was accepted. The grave was conquered. The story didn't end in the tomb. It was only just beginning.